time we have somebody who's been taking the internet by storm, especially in our region. And as such, we are really, really honored, and it's with great pleasure we'd like to welcome Augie to our show. Hi,
Thank you
Augie.
so much.
How are you?
Thank you so much.
First of all, let me say thank you for accepting our invitation. When Ayush was telling me, "Timलाई ल्याउँछ भनेर," yeah, I said, "It's बित्थाको भनेर हो." And now you're standing right in front of me. This is an absolute
It's
pleasure.
my pleasure. Pleasure to be here.
Tell me something. How do you pronounce your name?
I get that a lot, Ki, but you know it's an African name, so it's pronounced as Oggy Chuku Ojogu.
Oggy?
Oggy Chuku Ojogu. Ojogu is my surname.
All right,
so,
all right. It's about. I believe it's a pretty common surname in Nigeria, mother.
Yeah.
And what about your Tibetan name?
It's Chiring Tendup.
You look like a Chiring Tendu.
People won't believe.
Yeah?
Yeah, they won't.
You get that a lot, bro?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
And do you have a gaon ko naam?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
No.
No. I'm guessing it's the most obvious one, is it?
Onge.
Onge?
Onge.
All right. So, where did you grow up? I mean, you were not born in Sikkim, were you? Or were you born in Sikkim?
I was actually born in Calcutta, and actually like मेरो mom र dad को जब like after their marriage they were not accepted at first, so my dad को चाहिँ job Calcutta मा थियो, so my mom used to live there, and I was born there, and after I was born मेरो like mom को family ले they accepted me, so they like
you were the lucky charm that got everybody together, right?
Yeah.
We've got a lot of questions. We put up the key ones, right? Ask your questions.
Yeah,
you saw that, right? And we got a lot of questions that we'll have to leave out. You know why, right? But one of the questions that we got, and it's a question that even I was interested in. Yeah. अब तपाईको मम र ड्याड कसरी भेट भयो भन्ने कथा त तपाईले राम्रो प्रकारले दर्शाउनु भयो एउटा रिलमा, हैन? तर त्यसको पछाडीको जुन चाहिँ पार्ट 2 भनौं न, सिजन 2 के भयो? पुलिसले पक्रिनु आएको थियो, मम त्यहाँ थियो, तपाईको your father stood up for your mother stood up for your father. Now they got married. Now?
Yeah, they didn't accept them. And मेरो mom, she had to, घरबाट भाग्नु भयो, हैन? अन्त उतै कलकत्तामै अन्त सेटल हुनु भएको थियो, त्यही बस्नुहुन्थ्यो. As I said, मेरो dad को त्यहाँ job थियो, and he was a football player. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He used to play for Mohun Bagan. Yeah, as I said.
Mohun Bagan?
Yeah. He used to play there as a defender.
Okay.
Defender खेल्नुहुन्थ्यो. अन्त yeah, after that I was born, हैन? And after I was born, उता मेरो mom को family लाई खबर पुग्यो. And yeah, they accepted me and my mom and dad as well.
Okay.
So at मेरो 1 वर्षको birthday मा चाहिँ I went Sikkim मा चाहिँ गएको थियो. Like me, my mom and my dad. So when I was 1 year old.
So your dad was accepted with that. Yeah, but I mean, your mom is a Bhutia. Right?
Yeah.
And Bhutias, well, as any other community, tend to be a little close, right? I mean, any other community.
It's hard, like अब त्यसै पनि मेरो grandfather like lama हो वहाँ. He was a monk, rest in peace. Right? He's no more. So it was very hard for him to accept. अब त्यसै त अब I don't want to say, it might be quite controversial, but
you've seen our podcast.
Bhutia people, Bhutia people, they are like Bhutia सँगै बिहा गर्नुपर्छ and all that shit.
Yeah.
Ajay, they don't even accept Nepali in some cases. They don't even accept Nepali अब जोइहरू. My grandfather
we are going to cut this section and put it up again.
My grandfather was like, yo के लिएर आइस त? हुन्छ नि, my grandfather, he tried his best to convince my mom, हुन्छ नि, छोड. My mom was like, हुँदैन. And my mom was like a rebel, हुन्छ नि, घरमा. कसैको सुन्थेन. And
she wanted to marry your father. Yeah. Rebel त के हुन्थ्यो है?
हजुर. अन्त त्यो अन्त after I was born, एक्सेप्ट गर्नुभयो उहाँले. मेरो फर्स्ट बर्थडे चाहिँ उता सिक्किममा मनाएको थियो. त्यो बर्थडे चाहिँ लाइक बिहा जस्तै थियो. बुझ्नुभयो किन?
Because now this is a time.
एक्सेप्ट लाइक बिहा जस्तै थियो मेरो, लाइक त्यहाँ
एकवटा आमाला र पोपोलाहरुको त हार्ट अट्याक भयो होला है गाउँमा. के जोइना के भन्छ भुटियामा? माक्पा? नो,
माकु.
Acha. I can just imagine what they said. You know, the part I find funny is Bhutias are worried about Nepal. I mean, Sikkim, Nepalese coming in. Turns out a Nigerian took the cake. Acha. What about, you mentioned अब तपाईले भन्दाखेरि family को माने यता मदर साइडको फ्यामिलीको विडम्बना अथवा के भन्छ त्यसलाई एउटा एक्सेप्टेन्स गर्ने एउटा सारो तपाईले भन्नुभयो नाइजेरियामा चाहिँ के हुँदै थियो ड्याडले फोन गरेर त भन्यो मैले
they were fine उता त they were fine उता त्यस्तो छैन
no problem
उता चाहिँ like it's not like here in अब इन्डिया नि उता त by the age अब 18 पुगे पनि त you have to be on your own सबैजना आफ्नो आफ्नो उइसमा जान्छ उता त्यस्तो हुन्छ हैन and they had no problem like यतै like marry गर्यो भन्दा
Nigeria, where's your dad from? Lagos or?
No, not Lagos. Enugu.
Achha. Enugu. You know, this is, if you don't mind, I'd just like to take a small detour, right? तपाईको म त्यो पुरा रिल्स हेर्छु यहाँ सबैले नै हेर्छन् क्या and if you guys notice, no, there's a lot of people saying कि ए यो कहाँबाट आयो हेनतेन है
yeah
the only thing I want to tell them is be curious, don't be judgmental. Yeah, when you're curious you start asking कहाँबाट आएको होला कसरी उ भयो होला even I was doing a lot of research on Nigeria जो तपाईले भेट्नु होला that's how I and there you get the interesting story about human beings right? Like how they come together and all of that. So Nigeria, did your dad go back to Nigeria?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Visit Gondon.
You went along?
I've never been.
You've never been to Nigeria?
I've never met my dad side ko family pani. I've never met them. I call ma mate bolthyo because I used to study here in Sikkim only. Boarding school ma padthyo. Since the age of 5. 5 वर्षदेखि boarding school पढेको. So त्यस्तो time पाउँथेन उता जाने, but I used to plan थियो जाने, but sadly अब something happened. My dad passed away.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I mean, I guess that answers another set of questions. It says, when will we see your dad? In a way, he's always here.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's giving us the thumbs up about this conversation. Yeah. All right. You said before the show, you told me that you also used to play football.
Yeah, I used to play football.
Which is little, different from how you... I don't play football, guys. So tell us about that story. You used to play football like back then?
As I said, my dad football killer, and he wanted me to be a football player, So he used to train me like since the age of like 6 or something. Yeah, he used to train me. Like, मेरो यहाँ सिक्किममा boarding school 10 months यता हुन्थ्यो 2 months म कलकत्ता जान्थ्यो dadसँग training गर्थ्यो and I used to come back like every year त्यस्तै गर्थ्यो and I played for like a lot of clubs. Calcutta Sai. Kolkata Police, Kolkata Police. And I was East Bengal under 14.
Oh my God!
I used to play for those teams,
and you heard it here in this podcast first day.
I used to play. Yeah, usually more.
So your dad's from Mohun Bagan, but you played for East Bengal.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, he was fine with it. Yeah, he was fine. Like, I used to switch a lot.
Okay. Right. So you don't have a preference of teams, Mohun Bagan or East Bengal?
No, I don't have.
A lot of Bengalis had a heart attack when you said that. Anyway, you're saying then?
But then came the part when like Mero dad, he expired and I was like devastated. I felt like he was like my biggest mentor, like guru ne uyo thyo, and I was like hundaina like ubina I won't be able to to further janu sakdina. Career बनाउन सक्दिन. I felt like that, so मैले quit गरेँ football.
Football was represented by your father.
Yeah.
And when he was no longer there, that's how.
Football. I just wanted to make him feel proud हुन्छ नि. Like सानैदेखि अन्त but उही थिएन like हुन्छ नि. And अब typical Asian आमाहरू कस्तो हुन्छ पढाइ and she was like छोड्दे football पढ्नु बस. Studies ma focus kar and stay.
That's such an interesting story again, guys. When you're curious, you get to know a lot of things. Yeah. When you're pardon my French, but when you're a dick and you're judgmental, you don't get to know anything, right? That's a beautiful thing that you just said how football was represented by your father and and now your mom takes over. Pardon me, but in all your stories, your mom comes across as a typical Hilko ama, strict and poor. But is that the way it was?
Yeah, she was like that. Shani Dikin, she was like football kill, main focus, first priority, studies my dinner. And my mom used to make me study Shani Dikin, like she used to tuition after dinner. अन्त आई पुरा छिटो पढेको म सानोमा लाइक 2 वर्षमै स्कुल हालिदिएको त्यस्तो भयो एन्ड स्कुल त्यसै हालिदिएको भरे त पास भइ पठायो त्यसै हालेको 2 इयर्स भन्दा त्यसै हाले पास भइ पठायो त्यो फर्स्ट भयो एन्ड सी वाज लाइक ए जम्प गराइदिन्छ यसलाई क्लास हुन्छ नि अझै जम्प गर्यो होइन अन्त बाई 19 इयर्स 19 वर्षमै कलेज सक्यो त्यस्तो थियो सीन अब
So what they say about Thembers are true, eh?
Yeah.
They tend to be strong, intelligent, and all of and dare I say very very good looking. Yeah, I'm also
Both
Thember
is
by the way.
Oh,
I'm
is it?
half Damai, half Limbu. But your Thember to crosses over continents. Yeah, your Thember ko ke bhannu? The greatest example. Anyway, so I mean I have to ask. As you were growing up, है गाउँ भयो अथवा स्कुल भयो
हजुर
त्यसमा अलिक अलग्गै ट्रिट गरे जस्तो लाग्थ्यो कि
I don't like to talk about it तर भन्छु है मैले एज अ सेड 5 वर्ष हुँदै मलाई बोर्डिङ स्कुल हालेको थियो आई युज टु गेट बुलिड त्यो नर्मल खाले बुलिड होइन आई युज टु गेट बिट अप अल द टाइम हुन्छ नि एभ्री डे लाइक नोज ब्लिड हुन्छ खुट्टै आई युज टु गेट ग्याङ्ड अप हुन्छ नि त्यो नि किन भन्दा आई युज टु वेन आई युज टु स्ट्यान्ड फर माइसेल्फ अब तर सानैदेखि आई वाज लाइक यस्तै हो लाइफ यस्तै हो लाइक यो हेपा खानु त नर्मल होला यस्तै आई युज टु एक्सेप्ट माई फेथ क्या त्यसमा अन्त आज हेप्थ्यो भोलि हेप्थ्यो मलाई त्यो स्लोली हुन्छ नि लाइक प्रब्लमै थिएन लाइक युज टु भएर हुन्छ नि लाइक दिन डेली हेपेर एन्ड आई वाज लाइक इट्स फाइन केही हुँदैन छ्या यस्तो आज भोलि पनि हुने नै हो त्यस्तो भन्ने खाले थियो इट वाज लाइक जब म ठुलो भएर चाहिँ आई रियलाइज क्या मलाई त नराम्रो भएको रहेछ भनेर हुन्छ नि अब आई वाज क्वाइट अप्रेस्ड गरेको थियो मलाई त्यतिखेर लाइक पुरा हेपेर दिन डेली त्यस्तै
फेरि एउटा कुरा तपाईँले भन्दाखेरि मलाई पनि मैले पनि सोच्दै थिएँ क्या हाम्रो जग्गामा अब सिक्किम दार्जिलिङ भयो है या यही जग्गामै यही क्षेत्रमा भनौँ न अलिकति अर्को भयो भने लाइक तपाईँले मेरो अस्तिको पडकास्ट पनि हेर्नुभयो भनेर you were telling me, which is such a big thing that you sort of watch the podcast. उहाँको पनि त्यही एउटा कथा थियो क्या अलिकति अलग भयो भने मान्छेले हेपिहाल्छ डु यु थिङ्क बुलिङ इज समथिङ द्याट वी हेभ टु टक अबाउट
बुलिङ यसको बारेमा बोल्नुपर्ने त छ बट के भन्नु पनि लाइक इट्स नट गन स्टप भनेर पनि इट्स नट गन स्टप हुन्छ नि लाइक के भन्नु पनि यसमा म त
यस बट यु कम आउट अफ इट स्ट्रङ्गर
लाइक बुलिङमा चाहिँ वाट आई वुड से इज द्याट कसैले तपाईँलाई हेप्दैछ पनि अब इफ समवान कल्स मी ब्ल्याक डोन्ट बी अब ओ किन भनेको त्यस्तो किन भनेको डोन्ट बी लाइक द्याट बुलिङ गर्दा चाहिँ म कसरी योबाट बाहिर निस्केँ आई युज टु वाच अ लट अफ ब्ल्याक कमेडियनहरू एन्ड दे वाज सो फनी दे युज टु मेक फन अफ देमसेल्फ अन्त पिपल युज टु लाफ अन्त पिपल मैले के हेर्दै पनि के नोटिस गरेँ भने चाहिँ उनीहरूलाई एक्सेप्ट गर्दो रहेछ पिपलले लाइक आफ्नो फ्लजहरूको बारेमा जब एक्सेप्ट गर्छ मान्छेले पिपलले पनि केही भन्नु रहँदैन नि मान्छेहरूले पनि केही भन्नु रहँदैन आइम नट ट्राइङ टु से बिङ ब्ल्याक इज अ फ्ल सोसाइटीले नै त्यो खाले पोर्ट्रे गर्छ नि बट के गर्नु होइन इट्स नट अ फ्ल बट त्यसरी पोर्ट्रे गर्छ सो इन माई भिडियोज आई वाज लाइक आइम ब्ल्याक सो वाट त्यही थियो अब
यु नो इफ नाउ आइम जस्ट तपाईँले भन्दा मलाई पनि त्यो रियलाइजेसन हुँदैछ क्या तपाईँको जो यो एउटा एबिलिटी छ विच आई एम श्योर एभ्रीबडी अल माई स्टुडेन्ट्स हु आर हियर एन्ड पिपल हु आर वाचिङ इट राइट नाउ which is one of your greatest abilities is to take all that negativity and sometimes make fun of yourself and then just like pass it out you know it seems that the genesis of that the camera start boy it seems like when you're growing up when you're watching those black comedians it was giving you a sense of is that the way it was
त्यस्तै थियो plus malai shani bada you know there's a word in Nepali thetar you know thetar अब त्यो सानैबाट त्यो कमेन्ट सुनि बसेर thetar भइसकेको so I don't care about those things.
There's nothing you can say.
There's nothing new you can say.
We should say this to all the people commenting.
Tell me something new, kya? There's nothing you can say to like make me feel bad.
Said it too many times.
Right?
And how big a role does your mother play in
a lot. a lot. Like after my dad, after he passed away, she was everything for me. Like, she was everything. Like, she made a lot of like sacrifices for me. Like being a single mother,
I'm sure it was difficult. Yeah, yeah.
like bringing food on the table. Like we were not financially stable. Like after our
As
dad
one would
passed
imagine.
away,
Oh,
त्यस्तो थिएन हुन्छ नि. I'm just surprised like how far we have come. Me, my mom and my sister. And my sister was actually कति 1 year पनि पुगेको थिएन मेरो dad खस्नुहुँदा.
Oh my goodness.
And she was quite small. And you know, suddenly हुन्छ नि म पनि त्यतिखेर नानी जस्तै थियो, but त्यो हुँदा चाहिँ I had to act maturely हुन्छ नि. I had to be like a father figure for my sister हुन्छ नि. त्यस्तो सिन भएको थियो. अन्त
मैले तपाईँको photos क्या, whenever I scroll through your, and I don't mind seeing it, I unhealthily scroll through your videos क्या त, right? अन्तखेरि whenever I come across तपाईँ र तपाईँको बहिनीको क्या, I stay there for a while. There's so much of genuine love क्या. तपाईँले जस्तो अहिले भन्दाखेरि मैले बुझेँ क्या, because you've been such a father figure रहेछ नि त क्या. Her name, please.
Her name is Sizoba Ajogo.
Oh, that's such a beautiful name. And Tibetan name?
Chong Palmu.
Chong Palmu. That's a shout out to her. अहिले कुन चाहिँ क्लासमा हुनुहुन्छ?
अहिले 3, class 3.
Yeah? And do you make sure that she doesn't go through any of those?
Yeah, I'm making sure. I'm taking
measures, right?
Yeah.
I know. Asha, when did you start with your videos? I mean, I know when you blasted into the scene, right? Yeah. That's the time I think all of us started watching your videos. But when did you think कि यो चाहिँ गर्दाखेरि हुन्छ कि भन्ने?
Actually, after I left football, I was त्यो मनमा छुकछुक हुँदैन, what next? के गर्नु? मेरो हबी पनि थिएन हैन त्यतिखेर. And I was introduced to your beatboxing. And यसमा पुरा deep गयो. And I started making a lot of videos Facebook तिर. त्यतिखेर Instagram चलाउँथेन. And a lot of news channel ले feature गरेको थियो मलाई, like उनीहरु मेरो भिडियोसहरु उनीहरुको च्यानलमा viral भएको थियो सिक्किममा त्यतिखेर. Viral भएको थियो.
Okay.
People were like, यो को ट्यालेन्ट त छ तर यो को, यो त बाहिरको केटा सिक्किममा आएर किन सिक्किमिस बनेको त्यस्तो भन्थ्यो. Yeah, it was like that. Like अब
ट्यालेन्ट हैन, इनसाइडर आउटसाइडरको कुरा हुन थाल्यो कि बाहिरको आयो कि भन्ने. It doesn't matter.
बाहिरको आयो हाम्रो भन्छ हैन. I don't know why they were offended. But गल्ती मेरो पनि छ किनकि म कुनै भिडियोमा बोलेको थिएन नि. सिधा म्युजिक गर्यो सक्यो. And I thought एउटा त बनाउनै पर्ने रहेछ, लाइक मान्छेहरुलाई याद होस् न म यहाँकै हो. They knew me for my talent, but उनीहरुलाई याद थिएन म को हो, कहाँबाट आएको त्यो. So I thought देखाउनु पर्छ. So I made a reel. I don't know, somehow it blew up Instagram मा हुन्छ नि. And yeah,
you know, तपाईँ र मैले अघि यसको बारेमा अलिकति चर्चा पनि गर्दै थियौँ क्या. तपाईले त्यो भन्नुभयो नि के भन्छ, तपाईँ नेपाली बोल्दा पनि घरिघरि कतिजना रिसाउँछ भनेर, यो कसरी नेपाली बोल्दैछ भनेर. एउटा त मैले पढेको पनि थिएँ, मलाई यति साह्रो जोस लागेको थियो क्या. इन्डियन भएर there's so many levels of racism. It's not even funny, you know. So do you get that अरु बेला पनि, you know, is this a constant theme in your videos हरुमा क्या? त्यो नेपाली चाहिँ कसरी बोल्दैछस्?
हजुर, like it's constant भनौँ न, sorry. अन्त I don't know, like people, like mostly मेरो audience, like it's from Nepal.
यो हो?
हजुर. And sorry, but कतिजनालाई याद छैन या सिक्किममा पनि नेपाली बोल्छ भनेर हैन. अन्त some of them even think that Sikkim is a part of Nepal still. अन्त त्यही हो, I tried my best रिलहरुमा भन्नु, उनीहरुलाई एक्सप्लेन गर्नु, लाइक यस्तो यस्तो हो भनेर, सिक्किममा पनि नेपाली पिपलहरु बस्छ, त्यहाँ पनि नेपाली बोल्छ भनेर.
यो त एउटा यति लामो इतिहास छ.
हजुर,
कुनै दिन वहाँ छोडेर म आफै एउटा भिडियो बनाउँछु. This is my exact research, किन यहाँ नेपाली बोलिन्छ भनेर. But I doubt if anybody would watch it.
Normally म बजारतिर हिँड्छु.
Did you get मान्छेहरु?
Yeah.
है.
And I replied them back in Nepali, छक्कै पर्छ अब.
है.
छक्कै हुन्छ. Sorry brother भन्छ हैन. It's quite funny हुन्छ नि. पुरा त्यस्तो भइबस्छ.
So it's usually it's the same again. You're saying it's nothing original. It's Kali. It's what?
Kali, Habshi, something. Yeah, all that.
Well, FYI, if you don't know, Habshi is the name of a dynasty. Yeah. In India.
In India.
So, yeah, they were African rulers in India, if you don't know. African, they were rulers. There was a whole dynasty in India. So, Habshi comes from the word Habassia, which comes from the word Abyssinia, which is the old word of Ethiopia.
Oh.
So, like the Mughal dynasty, you had the Habshi dynasty. One of the leading members was Malik Ambar, who actually in his prime defeated Shah Jahan in a battle. So, next time somebody says Habshi, says thank you. I'm part of royalty. No, they were. They for a very long time they were. I mean, I don't know what they think when they are trying to use it as a taunt now. I mean, would you on the same notion of racism, would you say Sikkim is racist? Or would you say, let me put it this way, Sikkim नभनौँ, हाम्रो जो एरिया छ सिक्किम दार्जिलिङ यो एरिया नि क्या कतिको रेसिस्ट लाग्छ तपाईहरुलाई?
छ रेसिस्ट छ बहुत छ लाइक यति हो मलाई एफेक्ट गर्दैन अब डजन्ट मिन अब म जस्तो कति जना छ दार्जिलिङ सिक्किमतिर छ सम अफ फ्यु छ दे माइट नट फिल अब म जस्तो मेरै पाराले लिन्दैन होला आई एम कन्सर्न्ड अबाउट द्याट हुन्छ नि आई एम कन्सर्न्ड अबाउट लाइक मेरो बहिनी पनि छ आई एम कन्सर्न्ड अबाउट या अब उनीहरूले कसरी फेस गर्छ त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति उयो लाग्छ क्या छ बहुत रेसिजम छ होइन आई डोन्ट नो लाइक अहिले चाहिँ अलिक घट्दैछ अहिले चाहिँ अलिक
होइन यही अघि हामीले यो कुरा पनि गऱ्यौँ नि यहीँको मान्छेहरू जब फेरि सिलगढी अथवा कलकत्ता या दिल्ली जान्छ त्यहाँ यिनीहरूलाई चिङ्की मोमो भन्यो भने मन दुख्ने अरे है फेरि अर्कालाई गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ केही नहुने अरे त्यो त भएन हैन इफ यु वान्ट टु रिजेक्ट रेसिजम इट हैज टु बी इन टोटल
त्यही त
यु कान से कि मैले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ इट्स ओके नगर्दाखेरि
त्यही हो व्हाट कम्स अराउन्ड गोज अराउन्ड
या अलिक सिरियस कुरा भयो है यु नो वाट इन्फ्लुएन्सर तपाईँहरूको जुन चाहिँ अहिले एउटा कस्तो भन्नु सिक्किमबाट धेरै इन्फ्लुएन्सरहरू निक्लिँदैछ वेयर यु आर प्रोबेबली वान अफ द मोस्ट पपुलर भनौँ न है
I would not say that.
I'm going to say it. You don't have to say it. So there's what? Padame. There is Instaman. There is Insane. No.
Insane. Milan.
Yeah. And then of course Kerung. What? Iksha.
Yeah, Iksha.
So तपाईहरुले एकअर्कासँग कहीं अब जमघट भेट हुन्छ, गफ हुन्छ, like you know कन्टेन्टहरुको बारेमा डिस्कसन हुन्छ.
Yeah, हुन्छ. Only few of them, not सबैजनासँग चाहिँ हैन. I'm not touch much छैन त्यस्तो सबैजना.
अच्छा. Amongst them, who would you say is like close to you?
Insane, Instamanda, Milanda. Three of them.
You collab पनि त हुन्छ तपाईहरु?
Yeah, हुन्छ. Yeah, we were planning collaboration like
अच्छा.
Like very soon.
Oh yeah?
हजुर.
Blow million views, right? You know what? Speaking of this, does it is there a dark side to being an influencer भनौँ न, in the sense that is के भन्नु त्यो तपाईको यो views नआउँदा या do you get obsessed with views त्यस्तो पनि हुन्छ?
म त लाइक त्यस्तो उयो लिन्दिन लाइक एज अ करियरै त लिन्दिन. I just do it for fun. मलाई त्यस्तो छैन. I just put out my thoughts हैन and people I don't know they like it. त्यसमा I don't know म त्यस्तो उयो हुँदैन like about views and all.
So भोलिको दिनमा if there is if the views drop down as इन्टरनेटमा यही त हो.
हजुर
एक दिन पपुलर छ अर्को दिन सायद नहोला. So you'd be completely okay with it?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be fine with it.
You know, one small thing I wanted to ask you. Is it easier for girls to get more followers? खोलेर भन्देऊ न.
हजुर.
If it's too controversial, we'll edit. Wink.
It is.
Of course we want.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. के भन्दिन त.
It's easier for girls to get followers.
It's easy for them.
All right. ठीक है sir. So you're saying that the guys are working so much more on the content.
Yeah.
So you have to. Looking at your content, it seems that you pay a lot of attention, right? There's गर्नु पर्नेहरु.
Also, I do like. तर mainly मेरो content it's only focused on what people हरुको comment मा reply गर्छु. And I talk about my past experiences. Like I try my best हुन्छ नि चाहे त्यो नराम्रै होस्. I try to show हुन्छ नि like in a positive way.
Yeah. That's the whole thing that makes you so damn interesting, right? All right, I don't want to put you in a spot, but I'm still going to ask you, right? Out of all the influencers that you see in Sikkim, favorite?
Instaman.
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 That was quick. Okay. All right. And after that? If you had to rate them in Tinjana.
Instaman, Insane,
Okay.
Padamda.
Okay. Oh, you know Padam.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. तपाईहरुको you know if you don't mind me asking is there अब हुन त हामीले एउटा लेमन प्रकारले हेर्दाखेरि त्यस्तो तपाईहरुको आफ्नो आफ्नो के भन्छ एउटा निश भनौं न एउटा
हजुर, हजुर।
ऑडियन्सहरु डिवाइड भएको छ कि त्यसमा पनि अलिकति खिचातानी हुन्छ कि यु नो इन्स्टाग्रामले हालेछ म त आज बनाउनै पर्छ भन्ने त
त्यस्तो हुँदैन
हुँदैन
म
है?
अब म जब फ्री हुन्छु हाल्छु त्यतिखेर
अच्छा।
हो। त्यस्तै हो म त्यस्तो उयो छैन
त्यस्तो खालके यो
त्यस्तो खाले छैन
No, seriously. You know, a few questions came in because of which I'm asking you. So what about dating? अहिले त भाइ केटीहरुको लाइन होला है हो
त्यस्तो छैन like I have a lot of like bad experiences in
Oh,
the
yeah?
past they like डर लाग्छ
You mean heartbreaks and
heartbreaks and it's kind of creepy
kind of creepy?
creepy
आधी घण्टा भाइ बढ्यो यार भन्देऊ न ब्रो कसरी creepy?
like के भन्नु
हैन यो कुरा पनि डिस्कस हुनुपर्छ एकाडेमिक रिजनको लागि
like Sikkim like it was quite easy for me to find someone to date you know
Yeah,
मैले गर्नु पर्थेन उता परे
अच्छा
हुन्थ्यो
अह
and like I was like I started dating at the age of 18 hola
अच्छा
first time so I was dating this girl you
अच्छा
know and she kind of creeped me out हुन्छ नि she was like राम्रै बसिरहेको थियो
हात काट्दिन्छु
न
ओके 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 सरी सरी
बसिरहेको थियो
अँ।
she was like babe can I peg you
व्हाट के रे
can I peg you
peg you
yeah
what is peg
it
I'm sorry
means
I'm a little old
you know like sticking some things in your butt something like that and she was like
then
म त स्ट्रेट हो नि अरे कहाँ सक्छु होइन
oh
I was like ए त्यतिकै टाढेर म घर गयो I blocked her त्यस्तो
just if you thought Chanel go that thing was controversial we've got another one yeah so you said that's what creeped you out
Yeah.
about relationships
yeah
you
really.
think all girls would want to what is the word peg
pig yeah pig
anyway
butt plugs
but
yeah haldim mare please yeah please she was like please halchu ni ek kip
I don't think it was a question of her being not polite about the question get the
it was kind pura weird creepy लाग्यो क्या It was-
well I mean जसलाई मन पर्छ त्यसलाई मन पर्छ but he obviously doesn't so now you're completely single right
yeah
so if you're not into butt plugs and if you're not into pegging then he's completely free right right anyway you know we've got a lot of questions and there are more things that I wanted to discuss but of course but I thought since we put out the whole thing कि question पठाइदिनुस् भनेर
yeah
त्यसमा if you don't mind we'll just take
Yeah,
a couple
sure,
of them
sure.
है त when will we see your dad that you've explained
yeah explain
we are he's here with us
Yeah.
right and will you be going to Africa later or planning to settle down in Sikkim only do you have a Sikkim ko subject के भन्छ त्यसलाई what is the word
Sikkim subject
Sikkim subject छ
Sikkim
तपाईको
subject.
छैन
no बनाउँदा हुन्छ
बनाउँदा हुन्छ?
recently I found out like mom पटिबाट पनि हुन्छ भनेर recently like recently I found out खासमा चाहिँ I had my उयो Nigerian कै citizenship थियो मेरो थियो but you know you cannot have दुईटै country को एकै खेपमा you cannot have
of course
so I had to give up my Nigerian को citizenship आधार कार्ड को लागि
I want to ask if it was worth it do you think it was worth it
yeah it was
भन्नै पर्यो है
and I don't think I can हुन्छ नि उता I don't think I can live there
है
यता दाल भातको आदत लागिसक्यो
I was trying to find out कि नाइजेरियामा के खाँदा रहेछ भनेर क्या
Yeah.
I couldn't even remember so your favorite food is momo है हैन
अच्छा
कुन चाहिँ मासुको
भोटेको छोरा you know अब
we are not going to get into that you know this हुनु त I think this is asked and answered, but I'm still going to ask it.
हजुर
What is it like to be an influencer despite racism? I mean, every day, मैले अघि हामीसँग यहाँ गायत्री र आयुष र हाम्रो स्टुडेन्टसँग कुरा गर्दै थिएँ क्या एउटा स्टुडेन्ट अरे एउटा टक्सिक कमेन्ट आउँदा आई नियरली लस्ट माई सेट क्या
हजुर।
लास्ट टाइम तपाईँले त सधैँ नै भेट्नुहुन्छ
या
एन्ड यु आर आउट इन द डोमेन
हजुर।
है हाउ डु यु डिल विथ द्याट
लाइक युजली कमेन्ट्सहरू मेरो बारेमा हुन्छ मलाई नराम्रो भन्छ आइएम फाइन विथ द्याट बट समटाइम्स कोही हुन्छ क्या चुल भएकोहरू दे हुन्छ नि मेरो
प्लग
या मेरो पेरेन्ट्सलाई मेरो आमालाई बहिनीलाई नराम्रो भनिरहेको हुन्छ द्याट्स म त्यसमा चाहिँ आई लुज माई सेट क्या त्यसमा चाहिँ एन्ड आई डोन्ट नो लाइक कोही खेर मेरो पनि उयो मलाई पनि रिस उठ्छ बट आई टेल देम हुन्छ नि बट आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट टु रेस्पोन्ड राम्रो इन अ पोजिटिभ वे ए यस्तो नभनिदिनुहोस् मलाई जे भन्दा पनि हुन्छ भन्नुहोस् मलाई जे पायो बहिनीलाई नभन्नु आमालाई नभन्नु
But what level of frustrated, pardon my French, what asshole do you have to be to talk about a child and somebody's mother? Yeah, I mean that's just a whole new level of frustration. But anyway, यस्तो त अब के गर्नु है? Assholes around the world, what can you do about it? Ask him how he learned to beatbox.
एक्चुली
तपाईँले beatbox कसरी पोस्नु भयो त भन्नुभयो
हजुर।
कसरी सिक्नु भयो
एक्चुली त्यतिखेर घरमा त्यस्तो केही उयो पनि थिएन होइन साँच्ची यस्तो आई फरगट टु मेन्सन लाइक आफ्टर लाइक मेरो ड्याड उयो भएर चाहिँ आई स्टार्टेड बिट बक्सिङ मेरो घरमा केही कामै हुन्थेन लाइक आई युज टु गो टु स्कुल कम ब्याक मेरो मम ड्युटी जानुहुन्थ्यो स्लोली लाइक के लाइफमा फ्रस्ट्रेट भएको थियो म केही गर्नै थिएन न फुटबल पनि खेल्दिनँ अन्त आई युज टु बेबी सिट अल द टाइम लाइक मेरो आमाभन्दा बेसी मैले बहिनी स्याहार्थ्यो त्यस्तो थियो लाइक अन्त बहिनी हुन्थ्यो आई युज टु वाच भिडियोज अन युट्युब होइन अन्त अचानकमा आई स बिट बक्सिङ गर्थ्यो ट्राई गर्दा हातमा बहिनी हुन्थ्यो रोइरहेको नानी पनि चुप लाएर बस्थ्यो मैले मुखबाट आवाज निकाल्दा पनि अन्त आई युज टु डु द्याट डेली गर्दा आई वाज अब्सेस्ड हुन्छ नि एन्ड आई वाज सो अब्सेस्ड कि म यसमा पुरा डिप गयो एन्ड आई इभन लाइक मेड इट टु द नेसनल्स
I saw that video.
Yeah.
Right? You had gone with somebody else.
Yeah. He was my cousin. My mom's side, buddy. But
Okay. Oh, he was a cousin?
Yeah.
He
He's
didn't
my
look
cousin.
like you.
He's my cousin.
All right.
And त्यो सिक्किमलाई represent गरेको थियो मुम्बईमा.
All right.
And we made it to like quarter finals ma. I mean, we lost. But it was an honor being there because
Of course.
जो मान्छेलाई युट्युबमा हेर्थ्यो मैले त्यही मान्छेसँग I had to compete हुन्छ नि.
Wow.
It was an honor.
So that's how you got into beatboxing, right? I mean, it almost seems like we've scripted this, but I swear we did not. Even if we did, you don't know, right? But it's such a beautiful story, isn't it? He started learning how to beatbox while he was trying to put his daughter to, Boyni to sleep, yeah. खै हामी त के गर्थ्यौँ हामीले नानीहरूलाई सुताउनुको लागि anyway. Okay, I want to ask you this question, and I'm sure a lot of my students would also like to ask the same question. Why is he so freaking F-king handsome? I need to know.
मुख्यमा जो थियो
Yeah, how do you know it's not a question about me? Yeah. Why are you assuming it's about you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's about you. Why is he so freaking F-king handsome? I need to know.
I don't
Timber.
know. I'm not handsome.
I mean, beauty in the eyes of the older, yeah. They are saying you are good looking.
I don't know. I don't consider
Let's
myself.
put it to you being a timber, right?
Yeah.
Right? Why not? Okay, this is something else. What's your opinion about Bhutia culture? Lailu, one controversial now.
Apart from that, जे मैले अगाडि मेन्सन गरे like
about how they
yeah. It's a beautiful like culture हुन्छ नि like यही कल्चरकै इन्फ्लुएन्सले पनि अहिले मेरो यस्तो खाले माइन्डसेट भएको लाइक केयर फ्री खाले इट इज वाट इट इज भन्ने खाले I don't have anything.
A lot of that forgiveness, that calmness comes from. I guess तपाईको जे लामा पनि थियो भन्नु.
Yeah, my granddad was a
So
Lama.
Buddhism must be a very big part of your.
very
Right?
much.
Your dad must be a Christian, right?
Yeah, he was a Christian.
Yeah?
He was a Christian. Even I was a Christian.
Oh yeah.
Paila, yeah.
No, I like the fact that you said you were a Christian.
Yeah, I was a Christian.
And now?
I'm a Buddhist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another viral moment right there. This is a question that you've answered, but I've just like sort of repeated. It says, why aren't his parents together? Does he love his father as much as his mother? There's no need to answer
No
that.
need to answer.
I know. Well, interested in Sikkimese ki Nigerian KT are ho?
Depends.
Alright, depends.
Depends.
Yeah? Okay, alright. Past relationships, someone is seeing right now, well, any racism. I don't know, was it racism?
Racism. Kali racism.
Some kind of racism. भनौँ न. Where is his father right now? This already, asked and answered. All right. Now we're coming. I'll just wrap up the last few questions into a single. Uh, do you feel at home in Sikkim,
Yeah, I do.
despite all the?
Yeah. Still, like you can see in my videos, I'm not त्यस्तो मलाई त्यो नराम्रो पनि लाग्दैन हैन बानी भइसकेको अब मलाई यही हो and the culture, the food and all यतै झाम्मिसकेको
Because Nigeria, as you said, you never.
I've never been there.
Not planning to go.
I don't know the language पनि उताको and I don't even know त्यस्तो culture उताको त्यस्तो याद I'm just an African guy, bote keta in an African body.
Okay, we've got some of my friends. They're also my students from the university, and they've got some really interesting questions. So over to Ria. Ria, please.
Could you please share your one of the best and worst childhood memories?
Childhood memories. About like like how typical Asian parents are कस्तो हुन्छ सिक्किमको आमाहरू छुच्ची हुन्छ I used to get कुटाइ भनौँ न like क्लासमा सेकेन्ड हुँदा घरमा दैलो थुनेर कुटाइ हैन दामी कुटाइ हुन्थ्यो हैन बिहान चाहिँ दबाई लगाएर पठाइदिन्थ्यो स्कुल नरु ल and what I noticed अहिले मेरो बहिनीलाई चाहिँ त्यस्तो हुँदैन मेरो बहिनी जस्ट पास हुँदा she is like good job कहाँ जाने घुम्नु like त्यस्तोहरु त्यही भन्नु अब बेस्ट एन्ड वर्स्ट त्यही भनौँ न त्यसमै राख्नु
Tough being a man.
Yeah, it's tough being a man.
So as a Malaysian, how do you navigate and celebrate both the identities?
Both the identities. Since म त्यस्तो टचमा छैन like with my dad's culture, I only celebrate मेरो आमापट्टिको culture like लसुङ लोसार and all that. त्यही हो.
तपाईले अब एडभाइस चाहिँ अब अरूहरुलाई कसरी दिन्छ अब सपोज एउटै अब कल्चरको हुन्छ नि त्यस्तोहरुलाई चाहिँ अब कसरी अब एडभाइस दिनुहुन्छ
अब 21st century हो कहाँ पुगिसक्यो मान्छे मुन पुगिसक्यो like people are still stuck हुन्छ नि हाम्रै कास्ट भित्रै बिहा हुनुपर्छ अरु हुँदैन इडी लाग्छ म त्यस्तो सुन्दा क्या I have had like recently I have had Nepali and African your girlfriend boyfriend and they contacted me like they were like I'm so happy I got to see you हामी त पुरा कन्फ्युज थियो हाम्रो नानी एबनर्मल पो हुन्छ कि जस्तो लाग्दै थियो तिमी देखेर खुसी लाग्यो all I want to say is केही हुँदैन यस्तै नानी हुन्छ राम्रै हुन्छ
Hello, I'm Prashanti, and my question for you is how do you manage your life as a content creator along with your studies and your family time as a brother, as a son? So that's my question.
You want to know my schedule or something? Schedule. Like, I usually wake up around like 6 o'clock. I cook for my sister. School jancha. I breakfast bananchu, lunch banadinchu. Mom duty januncha. And doing so free time I make content. Time paye pani पढ्छु मन लाग्यो पनि and yeah बहिनी आउँछ डिनर बनायो like typical त्यो हाउसवाइफ जस्तो छ मेरो लाइफ चाहिँ खासमा चाहिँ yeah
That's about it. Yeah?